What's up, peoples? Y'all here with Mic'd Up with Samson Fam. I'm your host, Marquis Sampson. And ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce a creative force who doesn't just wear multiple hats, but flips them, spins them, and makes a movie about it. He's a visionary, a filmmaker, a storyteller, architect, a director with an eye for detail, and a comedian who finds the punchline even in pain. Whether he's behind the camera, shaping raw narratives into gripping cinema, or on stage, turning real life into laughter, he's the truth, wrapped in talent. A true master of the independent grind. This artist brings authenticity to every scene and every set. His work reflects the streets, the struggle, and the spirit of resilience, with the touch of wit that keeps you guessing. Let's make some noise for the great storyteller, Mr. Robert Brown. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I like to meet that brother. Thank you, brother. No, that was awesome, man. I'm doing well, man. Thank you so
Everybody
much.
seems to love my introductions, man. But man, I got to bring the real.
Oh, man, that was awesome, man.
Bring the
I
real to the
appreciate
podcast,
you, man. I got to take you everywhere with me on stage, everything. That was awesome, man.
So, man, Mr. Brown, fellow filmmaker such as yourself, you got this movie out. I checked it out on Tubi, Double Blended.
Yeah.
That was my first film that I've seen of yours. You've done others?
Yeah. Well, that was my second film. So yeah, Red Kool-Aid is the first one.
Red Kool-Aid. That's right. I did see. Yeah, I did see Red Kool-Aid. I did.
Okay.
Well, I did. I'm sorry. I did see Red Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Yeah, I did see Red Kool-Aid. Yeah.
Oh.
Double Blended is the new one, and you won an award for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was best director?
Yeah. So the World Music and Independent Film Festival. It's 16 years going, and they have a big segment for the DMV area.
Okay.
And they're one of the few film festivals that actually recognizes talent. So they have this big ceremony where they choose the films. They look at them. They have a group of people that judges them. And we were nominated. The film was nominated for Best Featured Film in the DMV area, which we won. And also, I got nominated for the director, and one of my actors won Best Supporting Actor.
Oh wow!
In a featured film in the DMV area, and that was Victor Manuel. So we were excited about that. We wanted to go up there and come out there with something, man. So that was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
That's right. How did you get into the art of making films?
Wow, so try to shorten this up a bit. So I've always had that in me to do comedy, and so when I was in the church from 2004 to 2010, I was always in the talent ministry. Well, they'll call it. Pretty much, I did plays. I also did this character where the congregation loved, and so the word got out, and so I started getting hired for little small birthday parties and stuff like that, doing the character Jerome from Martin.
Okay.
So I would create a little skit, and I'll talk like them, and I'll sing a song and stuff like that, and so that got popular, and so it kind of spurred me in 2017. I just jumped on stage at the Funny Bone where they had amateurs, and that was my first time on stage, and out of 20 contestants, I came in third place. And at that time,
when they had that amateur thing.
When they had that amateur thing back then, and so that was in 2017.
Yeah. I used to come out and film some of those when they did it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They had Ray J there one night. I came out and filmed. Yeah.
Oh okay.
A friend of mine,
what was
Alex
Ray J
Scott,
doing there? Singing?
No, I guess he was just in the audience and they brought him up on stage. Mike Street was hosting. A friend of mine, Alex Scott, he used to promote those nights there.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a fun night, man. I was so nervous. I don't even remember what I said, bro. I was up there. I was like, look, I got 5 minutes. Let's just hurry up.
Yeah.
And I was getting some laughs. I was like, cool. Let's just hurry up.
But I'm telling you, doing stand-up comedy. I used to do stand-up comedy. Man, stand-up comedy has got to be the most stressful job you can ever have. I'd be backstage farting and you trying to blame it on the other person. Like,
your whole system
be jacked, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, that's the most stressful job, man. But then once you get out there and people get laughing, then you get so amped up. When I get on stage, I'm like hyped. I can't sit down. I'm running all around, man.
But it's one of the most rewarding.
Rewarding, man,
that's what I say. You get that crowd into you, man, and you start. Oh man, it's so rewarding. Man.
Yes, it's great. It's great. So with Double Blended, where you go from here?
So right now, Double Blended, you can see that on Peacock, Tubi, Amazon Prime Video. I got lucky with the distribution there. I've actually written 4 films. I've written part 2 to Double Blended because as it ends, it kind of leaves you open to where there may be something else is going on. So I did a part 2. I got another movie called Molehills. I did a tribute to I don't know if you remember. Back in the day, Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby, they had Uptown Saturday Night. And then
I used to watch all of those.
So I've written a film tributing Let's Do It Again around that, modern day.
Okay.
And also I got a couple other films. So right now, man, I'm just waiting for one of the hardest things that, one of the challenges that our filmmakers have is just getting funding, right?
Yeah.
And so right now, I'm waiting for different investors and sponsors to help out with pushing that next film.
So you have a team, or is it just you, or you do
as far as filming?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a team. So I direct, write, produce, and act in it. But then I also have 2 directors, Raymond Cotman, which came from Stage Plays. And I brought him in because he does an excellent job at just bringing the best out of actors. He's just got that knack for it.
Okay.
And then Ethan Evans, he's a master behind the camera, and so he directs as well. So I got 2 sets of eyes that help me with that. I got a DP, assistant director, that helps, a sound guy. So I got a nice little crew, small crew, probably about 5 or 6.
Okay.
And
I'm trying to build a team, man. Right now it's just me. I do everything, write, direct, produce.
Man, film and everything. Look, you cut on costs right there, though. That's a good thing, bro. You ain't spending
right now
20s and 30s and thousands. That's a challenge.
Yeah, so that's what I would like to do is build a good team. Let's take a quick break. We're going to take a pause for the cause. We'll be right back with my man Robert Brown. You're watching Mic'd Up with Samson Fam. Don't go nowhere.
Let me clear my throat. This is legendary DJ Cool, and right about now, I want to give a big shout out to my folks at Samson Fam Entertainment, boy. Trust and believe, Samson Fam Entertainment puts it down. Yes, sir. Be on the lookout for Samson Fam Entertainment.
And we're back. You're watching Mic'd Up with Samson Fam. I'm your host, Marquise, and we're here with my man, Robert Brown, from the movie Double Blended. So, Mr. Brown, tell us, so you did do comedy. What came first, the filmmaking or the comedy?
Yeah, so the comedy came first, 2017. I don't know if you remember Weird Al Yankovic back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm such a music lover, man, and so I started doing these parodies. And so my first parody was Ugly Bay. It's a parody off the song Lovely Day by Bill Withers. And it kind of had some of that in the movie. But so it's really about a man who dates ugly women because fine women have too high maintenance and all this. And so they serve them and stuff. So, and I started doing all these parodies, but I would write a script up to the song. So I'll do the whole complete song, but then I'll have acting up to it. So my parodies would be like 10 minutes long. And so in social media right now, they want quick microwave stuff,
everything quick,
and stuff like that. And so this guy in Savannah, Georgia, he saw my stuff and he was like, "Look, I want your stuff on my streaming platform. It's called I912 TV." And he said he only had a comedy segment, but I had about 14 of them. And so he was like, "Put them on there." And he said, "Man, you got the right stuff to just make a movie." And so one of my parodies was Red Kool-Aid. off of Purple Rain by Prince. And so I said, you know what, I'll just make a movie, a film off it. It's about a guy, successful guy who just struggling right now because soul food restaurants don't have red Kool-Aid on the menu. So I was like, let me just do a story behind this and everything. And so that was a thought came from it. So I just started writing stuff and double blended. You know, that came from a situation where I knew a couple who dated. They hung out with another couple, but the man used to be married to the woman from the other couple, but not vice versa. So double blended, you have two married couples. They used to be married to each other's ex-spouse.
Oh, so that's how that came about. Because I wanted to ask you that. Yeah,
but you know, so it came from that thought process, and I brought in some of my other stuff that I wrote into the movie to create that story. And so, just like the other films I have, it's all about personal experiences and things that I saw, and relationships, and most of my stuff is relationship based, kind of, because when you think about it, I'm a relationship type of guy, so you know I put a lot into whoever I'm with, and so it's the little nuances. And one of the films I have called Molehills, it talks about, you know, that saying, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Yeah. Well, molehills are big to some people, and they already mountains. Yeah. You know, why you leave the toilet seat up? You know, what are the little things that aggravate us? Why come you never call me just to say hi? And like that? And you know, and they seem so small, but they're huge. Yeah. And so,
So, you had distribution with Red Kool-Aid. And talking to you, you said you got new distribution with this one. So what struggles? Okay, explain to filmmakers. You know, I noticed that's one of the main problems in making films. You know, a lot of people I know making films and stuff. And one of the main problems, because back in the day, it used to be, you know, I was one of the first filmmakers in Richmond. I was one of the first. There was a guy, Bobby Peoples. Me and Bobby Peoples, we was like the first independent filmmakers in Richmond making movies. Then Bobby Peoples moved to Georgia. I went to one of his movie premieres, and actually he was the first, because when I started, that's how I ended up finding out about him, and I went to his movie premiere. So it was like my first or second film when I went to his movie premiere, and that's how I met him. And we was one of the first people in Richmond doing it. And back then, it was easy because people had DVD players. Yeah. You would put it on a DVD, and you know what I'm saying, you just push it. And actually, my second film, the first film was Cap City. My second film was Thug. I was making them urban gangster films. And Thug, I used to do club security. I did club security since I was 15. And when I moved down here, I was doing club security. And I was working at, I forgot the name of the club, but it was on Quioccasin, Panro, somewhere around there. It was inside of a hotel. And standing outside searching people. And I was working Southside Plaza, Richmond Comedy Jam. I was working there as well. Okay. And all I did was sit the movie at Richmond Comedy Jam. I sat the movie on the windshield of my car, parked right in front of the place. And as I'm searching people going in, they would ask me, yo, what's that? Because they would see Richmond on the cover and all that. They would, what's that? And I tell them it's a movie I made. People just buying it. I made like $10,000 right there in front of the club, selling my movie. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right there in front of the club.
Oh, they do now.
Yeah, because, you know what I'm saying, that's DVDs. You know what I'm saying? People ain't got no DVD players. I try to get a movie away, ain't nobody got no DVD player. But that's a challenging thing now. I know Film Hub is a way that people's going. They're using Film Hub. And, you know, when you use these platforms, I'm on this platform where everybody's like on Film Hub and they talk about it. And when they send the checks out, they tell me, oh, we just got a check. Yeah, I got a check for 56 cents. I got a check for $2 or something. Oh, man. And it's like, oh my God. It's like nothing but horror stories you know what I'm saying, people getting paid from Tubi and these other sites. It's like, it's crazy horror stories. Yeah, but then you have people like, what's the young lady here that did the film?
Kendra.
Yeah, Kendra. Yeah. Wasn't it?
Deadly Obsession.
Yeah, Deadly Obsessions. That's a very good movie. Check it out on Tubi. Very good movie, Deadly Obsessions. And now she's coming out with a Deadly Obsessions 2. Yeah. Y'all want to really check that out. But yeah, she says she's done very well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She says she's done very well. But, you know, and I think I have another friend, Pierre, comedian Pierre.
Yeah. DC.
He has the film Slice on Tubi. He has Slice 1, 2, and 3, part 1, 2, and 3
on Tubi. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I think he's done well with it. But you know, if you have known actors, it does. Yeah, they say it helps to have known actors to help. And being that he's a known comedian actor, so it kind of helps. Then he had known actors in his film, so that probably helped his market. But it's just a horror story for people saying that they did. So, what is your road as far as distribution and getting
So, technically, just it's an honor to be here with a legend, man. I already should recognize that right here, legend in Richmond right now. So it's an honor. But first,
let me retract now. I did 5 films back in the day: 2 urban gangster, a horror, a comedy, and a martial arts.
Yeah.
Cap City, Thug, What the Hello, and Champion. So it was martial arts film. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I did a documentary, Our Father, Wherefore Art Thou, and I did a short film, 12 Men Judging Me.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't market those 2, but I did.
Wow, man. Hard-working man, bro. Yeah, it's a privilege, man.
And just finished the other one, Bedtime Stories. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Well, Red Kool-Aid right now, not so. I mean, it's not really. It did all right. I made some money, right? Double Blended is doing well, but it just started in December, and so I have, it's actually doing well. So I have a good experience with Double Blended.
Now, is it doing well from one particular platform, or is it just a combination of the
combination of both?
Okay.
So what you're asking, your question is very complex. So I'm gonna try to answer it the best way I can. So I would say, first, of course, any movie has to be entertaining to the audience, or it has to be pulled to the audience. You have to have good sound quality, that type of thing, in order to be attractive. Distribution, who you choose, is important. Right now, independent filmmakers like ourselves, our distribution is limited to a certain amount. I don't know the number of different distributors, but it's limited to a certain amount. You can't get Lionsgate, Universal, all those. They're not taking films from independent films, so you have to select who you got. And so there are some that's bigger, meaning the ones that are bigger, they may give you upfront money.
Okay.
Which I
like
experienced. Well, no. I'm talking about a distributor.
Okay.
So if a distributor you use, let's say indie right films or whatever, they may tell you this is the deal. You get 80% of the revenue. We'll get 20. You got to market your own film.
Okay.
Right? So we're not going to give you charging any fees or anything like that, but it's up to you to make that film big. You may have other bigger distributors like a Maverick. Right, they've been around since 1997. They may say, I like your movie so much, I'm going to give you an advance.
I tried to get on with Maverick back when I was doing it, but it wasn't accepted.
Yeah, it's a complex process with Maverick.
Yeah.
You gotta pass all QC, you gotta give them all this information. It's a lot. And there have been some bad reviews and been some good reviews from Maverick, some different experiences. I went through them, and so Maverick may look at your film and say, I'm going to give you this advance. Now, I may charge you this marketing fee, because it's the price of doing business with us. But, again, some people complain that, hey, what is this big fee? It's preventing me from getting my returns, because what happens is, before you get any royalties or anything, you got to pay back the advance and the fee. Just like that. And so, it is all about what your goal is. Are you trying to get this film exposure, or are you trying to make money right now?
Both.
And so I hear you. But you have to have a mixture of both, right? Because there are some quick fixes where you can go through a distributor and you can make this money, but you're only going to have a certain population group see your film. It's only going to be limited to here. And let's say Tubi or whatever, or other platforms maybe, but Tubi is where you're getting your money, because right now they're paying the most, right?
Really? Okay.
They're paying the most for independent filmmakers that are here, right? And so, so with my film, I'm getting, because it's on Peacock, and now Amazon Prime Video, I put that movie on Amazon myself. I didn't go through a distributor with Amazon Prime. So whatever rentals and purchases on there, I'll get 50% of that off the jump.
Okay.
Going through a distributor, you have to go through.
You say you get 50% of that.
50% of all purchases and rentals.
So Amazon Prime gets 50%.
Yeah, Amazon Prime gets 50%.
Okay.
So there's no distributor, there's no middleman in there cutting into that money. But you go through Film Hub. Film Hub has a contract of 50-50, then they may give you 80-20 or of that 50-50. So it really, I'm still in the learning, man. I'm still learning the game, you know? And so it's like, right now, I can't vouch for pretty much anybody because it's so new for me right now. But yeah, that's it. I mean, there's a lot to it.
Well, let's take a break, take a little pause for the cause. Y'all watching Mic'd Up with Samson Fam. I'm your host, Marquise, and we're here with Robert Brown. We'll be right back.
You know, I know when we both got married a little over 5 years ago, we all agreed to live near each other for the sake of the kids, right?
Don't you know love's...
You're right, babe. Talk about a double blended family, huh?
cynical, but now...
So, we can't have our afternoon rendezvous today. You're gonna have to take a rain check.
I'm sorry for the way things had to...
Story of my life.
Oh, so Shantae, what do you do?
I'm a professional sleeper.
Well, what exactly does a professional sleeper do? And for you, man?
Shantae, wake up. We're at a restaurant.
Well, sign me up.
True love unconditional. Looked up in a mirror, about to lose my soul.
Man, you on your second marriage with your second fine woman. I told you to get an ugly woman, but no, you didn't want to listen to me.
Man, so why haven't you brought this one around us, man? Like, you've been dating her, what, couple weeks now? What's her name again? Like, what?
It's what the? What the?
Oh, do we know each other?
Girl, didn't I tell you to wait for me before you ring that doorbell? You know you can't be sneaking up on nobody like that with all that beauty.
Hey, Denise. Happy birthday, girl. Getting closer and closer to that AARP card now, aren't we?
And on that note, let me get another drink before I get hood up in here.
Double blended, change up on them feelings. Time go by, don't waste a minute. Just another day and we just sticking to the code. Reaching for the top cause every step ain't made of stone. Climb up on that mountain, feelings you control.
Jackson, you almost jacked up my marriage, man.
Always matter, shorty, yes indeed. Follow my lead. Sometimes you gotta intercede, and you will see when you're double blended. Please don't get offended. Talk it how you live it when you're walking double blended. Change up on them feelings. Time go by, don't waste a minute. Just another day and we just sticking to the code. Reaching for the top cause every step ain't made of stone.
We're back. You're watching Mic'd Up with Samson Fam. I'm your host, Marquise Sampson, and we're here with my man, Robert Brown from Double Blended. So, with the distribution, all right, let me tell you how the route I'm taking, because I sit there, man, I did a lot of research on what people are doing, all of these markets and everything. And I know other people have tried it the way I'm about to do it, and it didn't work out for them, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try myself. Because I can always fall back and do the Film Hub thing or whatever if it don't work out. But I'm really excited about it, so I'm gonna try it. But I got on one of the platforms that they create you an app. So I'm gonna have an app on like Roku TV. People will have to download the app, download my app. It'll be called Sam Fanflix. And basically I can put your movie on there and pay you for your film every time somebody watches it. You know what I'm saying? I can give you like $1 every time somebody watches your film. You know, and everybody that I put on there, everybody's content I put on there. I also can have like a live TV show, so I could put movies on there and show them live. Like if you click on it at 7 o'clock, there'll already be a movie in progress playing. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be putting these podcasts on there. You know what I'm saying? Music video. I'm going to do a music video show. I used to have a video show back in the day called Cap City Videos. It's something else I did back then. Cap City Videos. First it was on CW, and then I started putting it on YouTube. But then I started getting some garbage videos, like people's videos that I couldn't take them. I had to stop. Like people, I mean, look like every other word. One guy, what made me stop it is I got this video from one guy, and he was like, "Well, bitch, I slapped a bitch and kill everybody in the house and kill." I was like, "Oh man, hell no." That was it for me. I was like, oh, I'm done with this. But yeah, I want to get back into that. Me and Wendell Moss, we supposed to be working on that because he has the radio show, 101.1 The Fam, internet radio. So he deals with a lot of people. Then he has what's coming up in Petersburg, the Hip Hop Awards in Petersburg. So yeah, so that's I think that would be a good connect for us to get together and do a video show. You bring back Cap City Videos and market that. Also with my boy Chill Will. Chill Will's always doing these rap battles. He does it at Satellite a lot. Not so much rap, but he does the rap battles too. But also he does like open mic where people get on there. You know what I'm saying? Sing, rap, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's Satellite there. So I get with him to get the artist videos and stuff to put on the show. Hopefully this time I can get some much better content to put on the show. So I'll have the video shows on there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to build a lot of content to put on this app. The challenge that I'm gonna have is getting the fans to come out and join the page or purchase some film they want to see, stuff like that. That's going to be the major challenge. That's going to be, and I know it's going to come with a lot of advertising, so I'm really going to have to get a budget, you know what I'm saying, and push that advertising, because advertising is the key. So I'm going to have to really push that advertising and get this off the ground, but that's my focus right now. That's where I'm at with it right now.
Okay. Awesome. Now, is your app, you say it's your app? Or?
Yeah, it's going to be my app.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. But you're a jack of all trades, man. Good grief. What don't you do? What don't you know how to do? You gotta teach me some of that stuff, man.
I'm like you. You're doing movies, comedy. I'm like you, and you got a full-time job. So we do the same thing. We're doing the same things right here. We doing the same things. So what is next on the menu for Mr. Robert Brown?
Well, right now, in terms of film, waiting. I'm pitching certain people. Several films that I have already written, scripted, one already casted for, Double Blended 2 is already casted, but the other ones aren't. But yeah, just waiting for them to give me the green light, and I'm ready to go. Yeah, that's pretty much.
You had a guy in your film, and wasn't it? She had him in her film. No, wasn't it her film? I think she had him in her film.
Darrell?
With the low hair, light skinned guy, he was the main character.
Darrell Brown. You talking about in Double Blended?
Yeah.
He was one of the husbands?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was that crazy psychotic dude in Yeah, Darrell. Yeah, that's a talented brother.
He's pretty known at, I don't know how well known he is, but I know he's out there in a lot of films and stuff now. Because Raw was trying to get him in his play. Raw, he did the play, oh man, why is everything... I'm getting old, man.
No, you drinking too much.
That's
like your fourth drink when I walk up.
Trust issues. Okay. Raw's play, Trust Issues. That's a great play. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to bring it back out.
Entertaining, man.
Yeah. The ending had everybody like, whoa. That was a very good play. Y'all got to check that out when you get a chance. But yeah, he was supposed to be in Raw's play, but he was too busy. He just couldn't make it out.
Yeah, man, Darrell. But I met Darrell. We did a play together back in before I even started.
Oh, you were doing plays too?
Yeah, I was in.
So you left that out?
I left that out. Yeah. So Raymond Cotman, the director that I used for my film, he did stage plays back in 2010, 11, 12, and I was in a couple of them. And Darrell played my son in one of them.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I first met Darrell, man. And that's why I got him in Double Blended. And he wasn't really supposed to be the lead actor. I had someone else in mind. And when that didn't work out, I reached out to him. He was the first person I reached out, but he came out. I mean, he is that guy. And that's who he is, man. He can flip any character, man. He's very talented, man. He's very
talented. Raw has in this play a guy, and I hate that I can't remember his name, because I only know him from seeing him at the play. But I got his information and everything because I would like to have him in one of my movies. And I would like to give you his information too because you may want to have. I mean, this guy, the guy. Well, you seen the play. The guy that played the gay guy in Roy's play.
Oh man, look, I met that brother before
too.
too.
He is so talented.
I've seen
a lot of the stuff
play.
he did on there was improv. Like he did it off top of it.
I seen that brother before. The thin guy.
Yeah.
I've seen
that
him before.
dude. He's amazing.
He is a talented guy.
He's very talented. He's very talented.
I don't know his name. What's his name?
I hate that I can't remember that right now. But yeah, but he's very talented. And chop it up with him.
Man, Richmond got a lot of talent here.
A lot of talent in Richmond.
And even in my film, shout out to the people who from out of town. Chris Lloyd, she was out of town. Darlita Perry, she was in she was in a film, a BET film with Bill Bellamy. But those were the only two actors or actresses that were out of town. Everybody else was here in Richmond.
Okay. And
I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of talent here.
Yeah. Because the other lady that was in your film, that's in Roy's play with the short hair.
Oh, Lindell Banks, man. Look, that's a gem right there. Look, I've known her for 20-something years. And look, she probably, I don't care, she crazy as hell. That's why I put her in my film. But she can snap it on and off, man. And I knew that about her when she was in a lot of my parodies, too.
Okay.
And it sparked interest because she said she always wanted to be acting because she has a background, and so but she's phenomenal, man.
Yeah, she was really good. She was really good.
She was good in the play, right?
He had some really good actors in that play though. He had the girl that was singing Red, I see red. That girl, man, that girl, she. You know what?
Was it the light skinned girl?
Yeah, she would be another phenomenal actor.
Mad the whole play.
I'm in the back with the camera, and because they had to come down the aisle, so she came down the side I was on, and she was standing there, getting into character before she walked down to the place. And I'm like, Dad, you getting into character? And then she walks down there and she's like angry in the scene. Like I'm like, wow,
that's professional. That's she knows what she's doing because every time I saw her, she had this look like
She was like,
angry
wow,
the whole time. What is wrong? But yeah, she did that thing.
She definitely played her character, man.
Oh yeah, that was great. Shout out to the actor. I mean the writer of the play. Roy, the producer.
Rajay Abdul, And check him out on Facebook, Rajay Abdul. So, where can people find you?
So the company, I'm Robert Brown Jr. So the company is RBJ Entertainment. So you can go on Instagram, RBJ Entertainment, Google it, Facebook. That's where you find me, RBJ Entertainment. And all my stuff, my website, everything. So.
This is my man, Robert Brown Jr. Y'all gotta check him out on Tubi. Everything escaped me. Check him out
Peacock.
Tubi, Peacock.
Amazon Prime Video.
Y'all got the Red Kool-Aid and Double Blended. Check it out, man. Y'all don't want to miss it, man. These are some great shows, great movies. You heard it here on Mike That with Samson Fam. We're gonna take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Snooty, they not answering, man.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta eat too. Can I live?
No.
Vicious gangster bringing havoc to the street.
Don't you ever disrespect.
After being beaten and abused, she finds an opportunity to run. A lonely warrior and the only man with the heart and skills to stand up to him. In this epic trial of action, drama, and love, Tyrone is put to the ultimate test of kill or be killed.
Man, we need to make the perfect movie, man. What the conversation? What the?
My money, and I need it now.
No, baby. It's my money. And I need it now. No!
You're watching Mic'd Up with Samson Fam. I'm your host, Marquis Sampson, and we're here with my man Robert Brown from Double Blended. So in closing, my man, the advice that we have for up and coming filmmakers, first, like we was talking during break about the niche for filming. Like my film niche is like, you know, Spike Lee got the fake walking with the people, the camera moving, they ain't walk. My thing is everything is improv. So when I write the script, it's just scenes, and I tell them this is what the scene is. Action. I don't give them no words. I don't tell them you say this, you say action. Just go with it, and they just flow with it. And it works because nobody is professional actors, so I put the people based on their character. Yeah. So if you rah-rah, you the rah-rah character. If you quiet, you the quiet character. You know, so and it works pretty well because it looks natural, and it looks they play it off like they had a script. Yeah, like they had a script. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you was asking, how do I get from?
Yeah. So if you do it like that. Yeah, how do you get from A to Z to telling your story?
Well, when I write out a script, I have in mind of what the script should be. So, like if I'm writing a love story, you know, I have in mind the person's going to meet, fall in love, go through their trials and tribulations, get back together. So as I'm writing the scenes, I'm writing it with all that in mind. So day one, scene one. He's laying in bed, wakes up, alarm clock goes off, he looks out the windows, blah, blah, sees a girl running by, thought she was attractive, goes outside to meet her, you know what I'm saying? Then she finds her ex, she thought he was in love with her, she finds an ex that he's still in love with him, and you know what I'm saying? They battle with that, they break up, then in the end, she finds out that the ex was just stalking him, he had nothing to do with her, they get back together. So all the scenes, you know what I'm saying, you break it down from scene to scene to scene, the way you want it to go. You got your beginning, you got your middle, you got your ending. You just gotta add the storyline into it. But the storyline is just a scene. He wakes up, looks out the window, sees the girl. Action. He's laying there, long ago, he gets up, look out the window, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling him, you know what I'm saying, what the dialogue should be, anything, you know what I'm saying? They just go with it.
But you know, that's good because they, you know, people, that takes away the nerves, takes away the nervousness of memorization and stuff like that. And so, you know, they're flowing with it and everything. And it probably does come across natural on camera.
Very natural. Good, man. The only difficulty is doing angles, like, you know, first angle you're shooting straight ahead, second angle you just coming from the side, then you get your wide shot, and each time they're saying something different. So now when you're doing the editing, you gotta kind of like,
dang, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
see that piece,
get that in there.
You caused the problem, so you
but it works itself out though. It's not really a problem because for the most part they're gonna say pretty much the same thing, but it might be a word or two that'd be a little off. So you just edit that in or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But because sometimes it'll be something like, it'll be a good shot from the side, but it'll be something that they said from the front that I really want.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So you gotta like kind of edit. But I feel I'm a very good editor. I think I'm a better editor than the filming. So I'm pretty good with that. You know what I'm saying? To get that, put that together.
I need to learn how to do that, man.
Editing is my thing. And I started off editing because I used to do music, had a music studio and everything. So working the boards and editing the music and stuff. So that became good. And then when I was incarcerated, I took a film course while I was incarcerated called SCTV, and they taught you editing in that course. It was, you know what I'm saying, a small little course that, you know what I'm saying, the prisons just put together, but the instructor, because this was something I was so interested in, I was very interested in the class, so I pretty much picked up a lot of stuff from that that I was able to use 30 years later.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's a gift.
Yeah. So what advice do you have for these up-and-coming filmmakers?
I would just say with anything that's good, you know, you have to just try your best to be original as best you can. Find your niche. I believe in titles. You know, if your title is common, like potato chips, people pull up potato chips and a bunch of movies called potato chips and not going to find you. So try to find whatever you wrote and try to find a unique title, so when somebody pulls that up, they can see what that is right away.
That's a good piece. Man.
And then also, you know, just like we were talking earlier, just do it. I mean, a lot of times we don't know how long we have here on this earth.
Yeah.
And this is your dream. And everything ain't going to be perfect, you know. And sometimes you just got to go out there and do it. When I did Red Kool-Aid, like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, man.
Yeah.
Can I say hell? Yeah, hell is a place. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and so I had to get people around me to help me. I just knew I could entertain, I could make people laugh. And so it was like, and it came together. Now when I look at it now, are there some things that I would do differently now? Of course.
But that's going to be with every film.
But, you know, at the end of the day, you just need to do it. It starts with you just getting out there and doing it. Learn from the mistakes from the first one and do it. And I know some people may say, well, this is who you are. When you put your stuff out there, this is who you are, so you can't have no mess. Yeah. And I get that.
Yeah, my sister says that all the time.
And I get that. But at the same time, how long are you going to wait? You know, until it's right. You're going to wait 10, 15 years till you don't have no mess? Or, you know, so, you know, sometimes you just got to
learn from that mess.
Yeah, you do. You do, so.
But the thing is, I don't care how big of a budget. There's major budget films that, as us being filmmakers now, when we see a movie, we see it differently than everybody else. Because we're looking at how they made it and all that. And I see a whole lot of bloopers in movies now, big budget movies that I could see bloopers in. So no matter how great a film it could be, there's going to be some errors in there that they say, dang, next time I ain't going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you're going to have errors regardless. That's a good piece, man. Yeah. Man, it was great having you out, man.
You too, man. Man, you should have been doing this a long time ago.
I know, right? Yeah.
You're a natural, man.
I thought about it, but yeah.
But thank you for having me, man. It was fun, man. You better than gave me some liquor and cigar, you know. Now I can't drive home. Now
that's what we do here, man. You know what I'm saying? Make it real laid back, comfortable for you. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man.
That's what we do, yeah. So this is another story, another truth laid bare here on Mic'd Up with Samson Fam. We give the mic to the unheard, the ones who lived it, survived it, came back with the scars to prove it. Because every voice matters, especially the ones the world tried to silence. Keep showing love, keep seeking truth, and always remember, real stories don't fade, they echo. I'm Marquis Sampson, and this is Mic'd Up with Samson Fam. Until next time, stay solid, stay tapped in, stay mic'd up. Peace.
Yeah, you can find me run away.